It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be going over and talking about all of the new 4 end games added to NBA 2K23 MyTEAM, as well as the invincible Mark Eaton, Manute Bol, Jonathan Isaac, Glen Rice, and big Gheorghe Muresan, the man that is probably going to be in the middle for basically everybody that cannot afford the new Taco and Yao that did obviously come out last week. So that's kind of just the initial breakdown and what to expect from this content drop. If you are new to the channel, man, make sure to smash that subscribe button. We're on the road towards 120,000 subscribers. We're going to start off today with Dark Matter RJ Barrett. Now, most of you guys know I'm not the biggest RJ Barrett fan in real life, and it kind of goes at this stage for the same thing as 2K. Like, what is RJ Barrett really giving us at this stage? 6'6", 6'10" wingspan. Basically a perfect card stat-wise. I mean, badge-wise, really solid. Tendency-wise, solid. O'Shea base, RJ upper on very quick. I mean, it's probably going to be fine. Is it like a game-breaking release? The best release in my team? No. Normal leader does get the Francis size up Trey, size up escape with the Asta slide. I'm sorry, unless you're a big New York Knicks fan, there's really no reason to run RJ Barrett in my team. Muresan up next, 7'7" with a 7'11" wingspan. People have said it all year long, and I'll agree with it. Gheorghe Muresan's player model is going to be better than anybody else's in my team, okay? And I know a lot of people might disagree with me on that, but that's my opinion on it. So again, you guys don't have to agree with me, but when it comes down to player model and player build, Muresan's got about as good of a player build as you can ask for. Again, 40 base Hall of Famers, hot spots forever, 12 on gold, 86 3-ball, 90 speed, basically perfect everywhere else. Steal only a 70. Is that something I'm worried about? No. Let's just say, for example, you give him I'm just going to give him a decent coach. Okay, 7 seconds, pink dime. The speed goes up to a 96. The 3-ball goes up to a 92. So you're basically, after maybe a shoe, you're looking at basically a perfect 3-ball, perfect speed, perfect everything for Muresan, which to me is just absolutely crazy. Comes with half range, comes with everything he needs. Defensively, every badge in the entire game, tendency-wise, perfect. D-book base on very quick with the Kukoc upper, normal leaner MJ dribble style. The difference between Muresan and Taco or Yao is hardly anything. I'm telling you guys that right now. You can run Taco and Yao if you want the best squad in the game. Those guys are going to be better than Muresan. But the difference is hardly anything. Muresan's probably going to be about 10,000 MT if I had to guess. And again, he is going to be so dominant as a big guy, as a big man in my team. And even the D-book base, that is going to be way easier to green with than endgame releases. So just know Muresan is him in my team. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Going to be one of the best cards, probably the second best card that does come out today in general. Then we see Invincible Manute, 7'7", 8'5" wingspan. The difference between Manute and Muresan, Manute only 200 pounds, Muresan 303 pounds. So Manute probably gonna move better. Maybe his player model not as good. Whatever. He's an invincible. Comes with basically every badge in the game. Give him handles for days. Hyperdrive, mismatch expert. I just give him everything. Why not? Jarrett Allen base, wall upper on very quick. Now, what is the difference between that and his last release? Well, the last release had the Kevin Durant upper, which definitely slowed it way down. John Wall upper is so much smoother than the last card. Elsewhere, okay, still has the normal leaner. MJ dribble style, obviously. Rose size up on the new one. Asta slide, you guys can see, as well as the Dame moving by the back. And the Russell Westbrook moving crossover, which is just a little bit better. So, if you guys are wondering, is the Manute Bol worth getting over your last Manute? Well, depends. I mean, he is definitely better. I will say it. Like the invincible Manute, definitely better than the last Manute. I'd go as far as to saying, you know, the Muresan is just as good as your last Manute. So, I mean, is the last Manute worth locking in if you don't have him yet? No. Okay, that hero Manute is basically useless at this stage. I'm telling you guys this right now. Invincible Manute might even be better than Taco and Yao. And I'd go as far as saying he probably is because of his player model, 7'7", 8'5" wingspan. He is probably maybe your best overall card in my team. I don't know for sure. It depends what that wall upper is like on it. But he definitely has that type of ceiling. Jonathan Isaac, small forward shooting guard. Let's start with the release. Derrick Rose base. Oscar upper. Interesting, right? And when I say interesting, because I don't think anybody else has those combos, right? If you look at Derrick Rose base on very quick, nobody else I don't believe has the Oscar upper. Penny has the wall upper. I do like Penny's base in general, but again, we'll see what that's like. Normal leaner, MJ dribble style, Francis size up, Curry escape, Asta slide. Here's the deal for Jonathan Isaac. He is going to be so similar to this card right here. Like if you've got Jonathan Bender and you like him, you're probably going to like Jonathan Isaac. I will say, though, I think Bender is going to be better, okay? And so I know a lot of people aren't going to necessarily like that comment, but I do think Bender is going to be side-by-side better than Invincible Jonathan Isaac. Isaac's smooth, he's cool, but not necessarily a card I'm super high on. Glen Rice up next, 6'7", 6'9" wingspan. Again, as an Invincible, perfect stat badges, tendencies as well. Fultz base, Gary Payton upper, gross. I'm throwing it out there. That's a pretty gross release for this era of my team. Normal leaner, MJ dribble style, Rose size, Asta slide. I'm not that high on Glen Rice. If he is cheap, do what you got to do. But the thing is, like, Invincible shooting guards, you've got Tim Thomas. You've got, Danny Granger. Even I'd go as far as to saying Jonathan Isaac's better than Glen Rice. Jonathan Bender's better than Glen Rice. I would never use Glen Rice in general. Mark Eaton up next, 7'4", 7'7" in wingspan. I feel like as far as the Invincibles go today, or as far as the cards go today, people are going to sleep on Mark Eaton. I'm encouraging you guys, don't sleep on Mark Eaton. Still 7'4" at the power forward position. Does come with the Tobias Harris base, Kobe upper on very quick. Very interesting. Because I love Thurl Bailey. Thurl had the Tobias Harris base. The big thing was the Jetty Osman upper was smooth. Tobias with Kobe might not be as smooth. Again, we'll just have to see. Normal leaner, MJ dribble style. Lowry size up. I don't necessarily love that. Curry size of escape. Asta slide. Dave move on the back. He's got a lot going for him. Is he as good as Manute or Muresan? I personally don't think so. Again, some people might like him over Muresan. I just think that's foolish. Mark Eaton is still absolutely elite in my team. And if he is a budget option, definitely a card that might be worth you guys taking a look at. Then we see the end games. We all know they're going to have the same SIGs, same animations. I'm going to say it. KG, he's fine. He's basically the exact same card as Anthony Davis, right? There's going to be a little differences in their player models, player builds. AD is too heavy to even do that misdirection behind the back. So between KG and AD, I do think KG overall is going to be your better option. AD is going to have that wider player model, player build though. I don't know. It's going to be one of those things. We'll see what happens. I don't normally love 6'10 end games. So again, take that for what it is worth. I just wish there was some sort of variation in these cards. These cards being the exact same card, there's really no excitement behind it. Neither of these cards are probably cards I'm going to even be doing a gameplay with, right? If you want to see what a 6'11 card looks like in KG, look at Ben Simmons. Look at Giannis. I mean, that's basically what KG is going to be, right? Giannis obviously has a better player model. KG might move a little bit better, but that's going to be basically your comparison right there in general. Now, for Anthony Davis, again, he's a little taller, or a little shorter, but a little heavier. Probably not going to be able to do that misdirection behind the back. Probably very similar to like a Jokic type movement, something like that. Again, neither of these cards are cards I'm super excited about. Now, with Kawhi, with T-Mac, these cards are exciting. I heard somebody to say today, I think Kawhi at the 2 is going to be it. And part of me doesn't disagree. Here's why. I want to run my offense through my shooting guard more times than not. Now, you guys might say, oh, but he's only 6'7". He's basically you, Luka. He's basically Jimmy. Well, the difference with Kawhi is his player model and his player build, right? And so he might not move as good as Luka. He might not move as well as Jimmy. But the thing about it is his player model is going to be better, which means on the defensive end of the court, he is going to be able to give you that little bit more. If you want to run Kawhi at point guard, I think that's a solid option as well. I just think the point guard position is pretty stacked. Does Kawhi make the best lineup in my team? I think that's a tough debate because right now, I think it's tough to debate Kawhi over a guy like Paul George. Again, that's something we'll have to maybe see if I do a gameplay of Kawhi, but that's just something I'm thinking about in the back of my mind. Last but certainly not least, endgame Tracy McGrady. He's 6'8", 7'2" wingspan, and I think this card is going to be absolutely fantastic. I love 6'8" and 6'9" endgame. So, you saw my Scottie Pippen gameplay. Go watch it if you haven't yet. Card went absolutely crazy, absolutely nuts. Why? Because I like his player model, I like his movement in my team, and I did find a lot of success with him. Now, T-Mac has a longer wingspan, maybe not as, and that's really the only difference because they have the same weight, so probably going to move very similar. Big thing here is, guys, if you've liked T-Mac, everything is different, right? He now has the Sadiq upper, which is kind of troll. Who knows? You guys really might prefer the Invincible T-Mac over this Endgame T-Mac. I wish his SIGs would have been the Oscar upper, Trey leaner, and then just keep this size up, right? I personally like the T-Mac size up. I personally like the Curry size up escape. Now, I know that's just me, but I would have loved to have seen T-Mac keep some of his same overall SIGs. So my early ranking of these cards, I'm going to go Manute 1, Muresan 2, I'm going to go Mark Eaton 3, T-Mac 4, Kawhi 5, 6 I'll go KG, 7 AD, 8 Jonathan Isaac, 9 Glen Rice, RJ Barrett coming in at that 10th spot. That's my initial rankings. Let me know your thoughts on these new cards down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. And have a blessed day.